Snappy-headed jojoba. I'm back today to show you guys that I'm actually cutting my hair. I'm not like cutting my hair off, but I'm cutting off about an inch. I'm due for a solid cut or trim at this point because the last time I trimmed my ends was in January, and that was just a dusting that I did while my hair was in twists. So I want to just kind of refresh my ends. I just figured I may as well show you guys how I do it. It's not like it's been exactly the same every time I trim my hair, but this will be the second time I'm doing like a full-on trim where I'm not just like dusting ends or search and destroying. So what I have here are 7 braids. It was 8, but one section here has been taken loose. These 8 braids were put in 1 week ago after I washed my hair and conditioned it for the week, and I've just been wearing them all week. And my hair is pretty detangled, but before trimming, like a real trim, it's really good to make sure that your hair is detangled again. So all I'm doing is using my famous mix that I showed you in my finger detangling video, where I moisturize this one section that I took down with a little bit of water. Not a lot, because I've read that trimming hair wet is not advisable, even though most stylists always cut people's hair wet. I'm fine with just letting my hair be, for the most part, dry, and then just moistening it so it's a little bit easier to manipulate. And then I added some coconut oil on top of that just so that I have some lubrication. And then I've just been finger detangling this section and removing any shed hairs that were trapped in the braid throughout the week. Feels pretty good to me right now. You know, it's about as detangled as my hair gets because I don't really have hair where you can just run your fingers through it. This section seems pretty detangled for me because I'm just able to run my fingers through and I don't feel any like lumps that would indicate that there's a major knot there. So to start, I'm just gonna take these other braids and get them out of the way with this satin scrunchie. Just pull them over to the side here. So just so you guys can see, I'm gonna start right about here for the first piece, and I'm just going to part across, gently separate that. And my hair does not feel damp at this point. It's absorbed all the water that I misted on it because I misted it very lightly, as I said. Just clip this over here out of the way. And this is the section I'm doing. And I guess in case you guys are interested in a before length, as I said, I want to cut off about an inch. But at this point, this section comes to about here on me. I don't know if you can see, you guys, I have a flip cam, so I can't actually see what I'm doing. I can just see that the little red record light is on. So this is where it comes on me. Hopefully you guys can see that. So I'm trying to hold my fingers parallel to my head and perpendicular to the direction of my hair. Because my hair is growing this way and my head is going this way. So just trying to keep it. Actually, I think this is actually a little too wide. It's hard for me to control it. So you guys are seeing a sort of trial and error process. I'm going to split this in half like so. So yeah, now this is the section I'm working on. So that's way more manageable just for me to kind of keep it smooth, sliding my fingers down. And I can see some busted ends. So I'm probably going to cut here. That's about an inch of raggedy ends. I'm going to grab my hair shears, never scissors, actual hair shears, and I'm going to cut. And I'm going to try to do this over the sink because I don't want to make a mess while I'm trying to record here. And cut right below where my fingers are. And there we are, refreshed ends. And now, just to give you guys an idea, this piece now hits me right about here. And I just kind of examine where I've cut to make sure that I still am not seeing a ton of splits and single strand knots in what are now my ends, my new ends that I've just created. And these look pretty good. Yeah, these look pretty good. I might actually just take off just a little bit more on this piece, just because I feel like some strands escaped the clutches of my fingers here. And also generally, I'm doing this a little bit wrong just so I can show you guys, but normally I wouldn't be pulling forward like this. I would be pulling out directly to the side so that, again, my hair is perpendicular to where it is growing out of my scalp rather than going like this. That's not perpendicular. this is perpendicular. So just one more time, and I think that's maybe why I didn't quite get my ends the way I wanted. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so we're gonna trim off just a little more. There we go. So now the first piece is done, and we got a long way to go. Okay, so far I have cut everything you see up here in these twists kind of piled on my head. I'm finishing the last section on my left side in the back here, and then I'm going to have these two braids on my right side still to do after that. As predicted, it's taking forever. So I'm just going to show you guys once again pretty much my process for trimming my hair here. This section isn't as big as the first braid that I took down, so I'll probably just split this into 2 or 3 and then just trim each of those pieces one by one. So let's just go here to the top piece. I'm just going to finger part it because it's just as easy to do that as to use the comb. Just going to put a clip on the bottom part to keep it out of the way. I am finger detangling to make sure I don't have any snags or strands that are bunched up higher than they should be in this piece of hair. So you want everything as stretched and as smooth as you can get it. I'm gonna cut from here. So at this point, this piece of hair, just to give you guys an idea of where it falls before the cut. I don't know how low the frame is, if you can see, but it comes right about to my boob here. And I'm going to cut about 1 inch. Find where I want to cut, grab my hair shears, and gone. And I usually do 2 or 3 more passes just smoothing and making sure that I didn't miss any strands that might have been curled up, and the end of a strand that's this long might have somehow wound up here just because it was curled or tangled. Because I wear my hair in its natural state rather than straightened, it's a lot easier to disguise any mistakes or varying lengths throughout my head. So that is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and clip this piece up just for the moment while I finish up the bottom half of this section, which rather than split this into 2, I'm just going to do it as 1 because it's not very bulky. So here I am just kind of run my thumb through, as I showed you guys in my finger detangling video, making sure there are no offensive tangles in there. Feels pretty good to me. It feels smooth. Got enough coconut oil in there that my fingers are able to slide down easily. And here's where I'm going to cut. And that is that. So just do my second and possibly third passes. See, here's a little tangle I missed. Let's just smooth that out. One more, because I can see some scraggly ends that escaped the shears on the first cut. So there we go. Now we're talking. And this is where it comes to on me now. So it's still on my boob, it's just not as low, and it's got a nice, better feeling, softer, less scraggly feeling end. I'm gonna take down the other piece that I just trimmed. Smooth it all out and twist it. And this is kind of a bonus because my hair is getting extremely thorough detangling while I'm also trimming. So it's going to make my whole wash process easier too, because as I mentioned, my hair has not been washed since last week. It's been in these braids, which I'm now down to 2 of. So I'm going to be washing and conditioning today, I think. Give my hair a little treat after the trim. I'm just going to pop this one into this little pile on the top of my head. twists that I had done with each completed section now taken out. Oddly enough, there's actually a little bit, just a tiny bit of definition from just being in for a couple hours, even though it was dry hair, but that's kind of interesting. So this is the final result of my trimmed hair. Here's the front, side, back, other side. I took off more or less the same amount everywhere. I stuck to my plan of taking off basically an inch everywhere, and yeah, I could not be more excited and more happy that I took the time to finally do that, because it just looks a lot better. This fake twist out that I've got going looks actually a lot fuller. I don't know if it's just the ends, now that I've gotten rid of some of the excessive tapering that I had from having very weathered ends, has helped make my hair look a lot thicker than it really is, because I don't really have thick hair. I'd say I have average density. The front sections, now that they have been cut, I mean, this is nothing, you guys don't really have anything to compare this to because I don't do length check videos, but just to give you an idea of where I am now in August of 2012. Here's the front. Take this piece from the side. Hopefully you can see this. I'm on my tippy toes right now, so forgive my wobbling. To the other side. This is my side where my hair is much finer and, not finer, but thinner. It's just less dense. It's been like that my whole life. I don't think anything of it at this point. It's just the way I am. So that's how long that is now. Crown, I don't really know how to measure the crown. I usually just pull it straight up. Just take this piece. It's right back in the middle. Hopefully you can see that. That's what that looks like now. And my nape. I'll just take a piece from the middle. Actually, I guess I should do this, right? Yeah, that's right in the middle of my back. And my bra strap is right where I'm wiggling my middle finger right now. So that's where that's hitting me now. And as you guys know, I don't straighten my hair, so I'm not really too concerned about, you know, what it would look like flat iron or anything. I may flat iron my hair or press it someday, but not today. So that's it. I'm all done. I'm very happy. Time to wash and condition and get all this coconut oil off my hands. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm gonna tell you that now.